All right, welcome guys. Hope you're having a good day so far. Hope your week 1 main slate or week 2 main slate went well. For me, it was I missed one lineup of GPPs, and my other one hit. So I built a kind of, we'll go over it in my early look video for week 3. But I built like kind of chalky lineup, like a Dallas stack, like half the field. Right, obviously that one failed. But I also built a Kyler Murray one with some cheap receivers like KJ Osborne, a guy I was really high on. And that one did really, really well. So we'll go over my lineups in the main slate in my early look video for week 3 if you're curious of where I was. But basically, break-even day for me. Again, hit one GPPs, other one missed. So not bad, not bad. But yeah, I am really excited for this game. I'm not going to lie. Kansas City, Baltimore, Sunday night football. This is going to be one of the best showdown slates for sure. It's tricky to build a lineup you feel super confident in. You're probably going to have to play one or even two Valley guys that are like questionable, but that kind of makes it fun, right? So yeah, I've been having some fun building, trying to build lineups for this one. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be a general Q&A live stream, so feel free to leave any questions in the chat. And if you just come in, leave a like button on the live stream, and make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, let's get to some questions. What's going on? Yeah, chalk bust game, right? So it was frustrating. There's so many turnovers in the red zone too. You had like the Cowboys have 2 rushing touchdowns too. So like everything that could go wrong if you did stack the Dallas passing game did go wrong in that one. Yeah, again, so many there were so many questionable calls in that game too. So many touchdowns called back. They're like Herbert backpedaling and throwing it, and they call it a sack. Like what? Cheap captain. I think a cheap captain does make a little bit of sense. It's obviously a risk. If you can land on the cheap guy that scores, then you're going to be golden, right? Now, the tricky part is trying to figure out which guy that's going to be, right? Number 3, number 4 receivers, maybe a backup tight end, or like a third string running back. If you can guess correctly on that guy in the captain, then you're going to look great. But obviously, it's going to be hard to land on the guy. This is tough. McKinnon, yeah. So McKinnon, I don't think he's completely out of play. I think there's a chance he might play a couple more snaps. He only played 4 offensive snaps. He's the flat min price. He is known for his pass catching ability. Right now he's number 3 in the depth chart. Again, Andy Reid does weird things. You never know. Like, there's a chance he plays more. I would at least consider him. Yeah. It's not something you can feel confident in, obviously, but it's an ownership thing. He's going to be low owned. And if you play him, you're obviously just hoping he plays more, right? Because 4 offensive snaps, probably not going to get it done unless he has like 2 catches during that time. So, yeah, he's in play, but you're really hoping that he plays more this game, obviously. Had a great feeling about Henry this week, and I didn't play him in most of my lineups. Dang, yeah. Derek, he broke the slate. I don't think anyone played it. What was his ownership in the main slate? It was super low. He's someone I never play. I'm not going to lie. I never play Derrick Henry. He's going to break the slate once or twice a year. This is a slate he broke. However, no one really played him, so did he technically break it? Both kickers play, yeah, for sure. They're very, very safe, both kickers. Projected to be, what, it's a 54 over-under, right? Where am I looking? Where am I at right now? Okay. Yeah, 54 over-under. So, yeah. In a higher projected total game, both kickers probably get somewhere around 10 fantasy points, which is really solid. Right now, I got Kelsey, Captain Mahomes, Jackson. Okay. Yeah, obviously, the dart there is McKinnon, right? Like I said, you're probably going to play one of those guys. You're like, But I think it's at least viable here. Mixon killed you. That game was gross, too. It's like McKinnon or Oliver. Yeah, so you cut, again, Josh Oliver was a guy I talked about that last showdown slate. He did... They looked him with a red effort in the end zone, and it just was just outside. It was close. So obviously, if we would have caught that, would have been amazing. Again, a guy like that you can definitely consider, but it's not something you can feel super good about. Derrick Henry's the Kamara this week, yeah. Kicker captain. I probably wouldn't, but. Hey, if there's 3-4 field goals, that could work out. Pringle, DK, play only. What's his price? Is he more pricey on FanDuel? Yeah, I think Pringle's another one of those kind of large field tournament plays that you can look to right? He also only played 11 offensive snaps. Now, last year he did play a little bit more, so I think there's a chance those snaps could go up here. He's almost been priced to 1.2K, so another viable option for sure. Using the passing, yeah. Duvernay I think is a little safer, right? He's active. He's a little bit banged up, but if you take a look at Baltimore, let's see, I had this up somewhere. Where is it? So Duvernay played 57% of the snaps, so over half the game. This is a game you would think Baltimore is probably playing from behind, so they might have to air it out a little bit more. So I do think Duvernay is a pretty good value option. Kelsey captain Mahomes, Lamar, Freeman, Hardman, Buckner, Singletary. Yeah, I don't mind it. Obviously, with Devonta. So Devonta Freeman's another guy I'll bring up here. So he is active. He's on the active squad. Slate of 3 running backs, right? Because Trent Cannon is no longer on the team. So it's Tyson Williams, Latavius Murray, and then Devonta Freeman. They wouldn't expect a big workload for Devonta Freeman, but Baltimore has shown they want to work 3 running backs. So I would think he probably sees a few snaps. Obviously, it's a high risk, high reward play. Not going to play a ton. Again, though, cheap. So there's probably like 5 to 6 of these like large field tournament plays that you can consider. Tyler Brown playing full speed. What do you mean? You mean like injury-wise? I think he'll be good to go. Yeah. He's always a guy that, that does have the big play upside, but price point is a little bit hard to prioritize him, I'll say that. You probably shouldn't use both kickers in one lineup. You never know, though. You never know, right? The last show on slate, right? The New York-Washington game, weren't both kickers in the winning lineup? I could be wrong, but it's possible. They're obviously safe plays. Should we put Josh Oliver again? I mean, it's just a dart throw, right? He played like 4 snaps, 5 snaps. The way he pays off that salary, obviously, is you need him to catch a touchdown. So he played 7% of the snaps, 5 snaps. He was in there a couple times when they got in the red zone. They used 2 tight end sets. He is, they have 3 tight ends. Thompson's the blocking tight end. Oliver is their second best pass catching tight end. So, again, just a large field tournament play, really. Hill captain with Buckner, Duvernay, Jackson Mahomes, and Tucker. Okay. That looks pretty solid. What do you think about Freeman for Baltimore? I think he plays a little. I think he'll play the least of the 3 running backs, but I do think he sees the field. Now, there is a chance he doesn't play, but I would think he at least gets a few snaps. So, playable at $400. Played Quez Watkins, the captain. Nice, man. Yeah, he had the long catch. Jimmy Smith out. Yeah, did the Chiefs ever pass to second tight end? It's pretty rare, but Blake Bell did have 1 catch last week. He had 1 catch. If we take a look at the snap counts there for Kansas City, he played 29%, so another one, again, large field tournament play. Yeah, so favorite value and roster construction, I'll talk about that over on Patreon if that's something that you're interested in. I'll tell you guys exactly where I'm going over there. Fave 2 straight up, Tucker, Watkins, or Hardman. Watkins or Hardman I would take over the kicker probably. If you're shooting for the upside, right? Tucker is a lot safer, but the 2 receivers just have way more upside. Super Draft, I haven't looked at Super Draft at all now. We got 73 people in this, only 18 likes. Come on, guys. Yeah, guys, if you guys could, again, hit that like button. It does help me out a ton. What's going on? Is that Seattle game still going on? I know it was in overtime. Let's see. Oh, now my phone's frozen, so. Oh, no, it's over. Who won? Oh, Titans, okay. Prize picks, let's see. Let's take a look. Whew. Okay. I mean, I think I like the under and Tyson Williams at 10.5, and the reason is Baltimore usually likes running 3 backs. So and this is a game they're probably going to be playing from behind. I guess a lean to the under there. think of like, yeah, that's close to about right for Andrews too. So, yeah, prize picks, I'll give them credit. The lines have been pretty sharp. They've been pretty sharp for sure. An Osmo study today out in 95 Sunday Night Football states last year. Only eight that won had at least one defense and one kicker. Well, that's good to know. Hardman captain, Watkins, Mahomes, Jackson. Okay. Obviously, high risk, high reward, but Hardman is a guy, so I haven't really talked about him a ton yet. He and DeMarcus Robinson kind of number 2, number 3 at wide receiver. I think Hardman has more upside. 3 catches and 3 targets last week. If you made me pick between the two, I'd rather go to Hardman over Robinson. But both guys probably play somewhere in that 60 to 70% of the snaps, which obviously makes them both in play with Mahomes as the quarterback. Don't play Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon Bell's not active. Freeman is going to be on the active roster. Obviously, it's still a risk, but I do think that he might play a few snaps. McKinnon for 20-player field. I mean, it's a super high risk. I would if I'm playing McKinnon, I think it's going to be in like the Millie Maker or like the big tournament, right? 20-person field, I think I would go a little bit safer. See, I lost by 3. Okay. Of course, Tennessee won. It picks. Dang. Tyson over 8.5 receiving. Is that what's at? Over 8.5 receiving yards? These are not updating for me. I'm seeing stuff from the main slate. Receiving yards. Oh, 8.5. I would he's their best pass catching back, so yeah, I don't mind that one. I think that's a solid one. Thoughts on Captain Kelsey with Andrews, CH, Hardman, Mahomes, and Tucker. Relatively contrarian. I think your lineup's going to be different if you do fade one of the quarterbacks. Obviously, it's a risk fading either Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, but you're going to get a relatively unique build, which I'm fine with that. Again, CEH, I think, flies under the radar. Right, he's just at a hard price point to prioritize. Right, Edwards Helaire at 7.4, but yeah, I think it's a decent contrarian build. Hill, Kelsey, Brown, Andrews, and Helaire on FanDuel fading the quarterbacks. Ooh, so you're fading both quarterbacks on FanDuel. Oh, I don't think I have the guts for that. Any Duvernay love? Yeah, no, I think Duvernay's fine. I do. He played over 50% of the snaps last game. He is 2.2K, and they're probably going to be playing from behind in this one. So I think Duvernay does make some sense as a value option. FanDuel pricing, I haven't really took a look at it. Is there any big changes? I mean, I can bring it up my phone right now. Let's see. So you have Mahomes, Lamar at the top. Hill and Kelsey, pretty much same as Draftkings. Yeah, Tyson Williams feels too pricey there. It looks relatively similar. Watkins is cheaper on FanDuel. He's more viable, I will say, on FanDuel than he is on Draftkings. Draftkings is hard for me to prioritize him. But if you're a guy that's into the revenge game narrative, obviously you can consider him. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I just looked at it. Tyson Williams, more contrarian play. The reason is I do think he's their best running back in the roster, but most likely 2 other running backs will see the field, and they're probably going to be playing from behind. And he's at, again, price point where it's difficult to get to him and Edwards Helaire. Now, you can build a very contrarian lineup. You can maybe fade one of the quarterbacks and play some of these running backs. I just think it's suboptimal. Again, though, you'll probably get him at low ownership. Pringle, Bell, Proche, McKinnon, or Freeman, or Tom. Wait. Pringle, Bell, Proche, McKinnon, or Freeman. So basically pick one of those guys. Is that what you're asking? Kelsey, anytime, touchdown, -162 juicy. Feels about right. I mean, he's obviously a red zone target. Kind of just indifferent about it. Andrews or Williams. Yeah, so if I had to pick, it probably would be Andrews. And the reason I say that is Ravens are most likely going to be playing from behind in this one. And as I said, Baltimore, I think, runs 2 other running backs in there too. So lean to Andrews. Pick a point. Okay. Best captain, it kind of depends. Cash games, you're probably going to want to go to one of the quarterbacks. For GPPs, I think both quarterbacks are still in play because they have rushing upside. So, like, I really only play quarterback in GPPs if they have rushing upside, and both quarterbacks do. Obviously, Lamar a little bit more than Mahomes. So I think obviously both of them are still in play for GPPs. And really the main guys, like Hill, Kelsey, right? If you want to go to, like, doing a build of something like picking one of those really cheap guys and just hope they get in the end zone. So, I don't know. Maybe you're confident that DeVonta Freeman gets more snaps than we think, and you want to captain him. You think he gets in the end zone, and then you can basically like jam in the top guys. Viable build too, but it's super, super risky because you need the guy you play in the captain to do good. You got slaughtered. Yeah, it was a solid day for me. Again, I'll go over my lineup in the my early look for week 3, but cashed one in GPPs and missed the other. I played a relatively chalky one and then a contrarian one. Panda in. Nice. Patrick Rashard. So he did have a couple catches. Wait. Okay, yeah, I was looking at runs. The fullback. Again, he's a fullback. I would say more often than not, he probably gets 0, but sure. One of the 6, 7, 8 guys in that range is dart throws that you can at least consider for large field tournaments. Torrey, solid $2 profit and 500 buy-ins. Hey, not a bad day. Is Freeman playing? He's active. So I think he plays a little bit. There's obviously a chance he gets a DNP, but I think he'll see the field a little bit. Are the defenses viable? You're going to need a pick 6 or something. 54 over-under game. I'm not really looking to them. Yeah, again, he's in the active roster, Freeman, but if he plays, he's only going to play a little bit, most likely. Williams or Brown. So I'm guessing that's Tyson Williams, right, or Hollywood Brown. Yeah, I would rather go to, if you had the salary, I'd go to Hollywood Brown. Prochet, decent dart throw. So he would have been viable or more viable if Duvernay was out, but Duvernay's in. So if we go to Baltimore and take a look at their snaps, so he played 7 snaps, 10% last game. You're probably going to need one of the receivers above him to go down. Now, I will say Hollywood Brown and Duvernay were a little bit banged up going into this game, so there's a chance one of those guys aggravate that injury and then Prochet becomes more viable. But at the moment, it's just super high-risk play for sure. It was a high-scoring week for sure on DraftKings. Under 1.2K? I don't know if it... I don't know if there's one like smash play. I guess if I had to pick Pringle, he's 1-2 flat, so I think there's a chance he plays a little bit more. For Andrews to let you down. He was a little bit let down obviously last week, but the price dropped a lot, right? If you looked at Andrews' price, he was I think 9K on the Showdown slate, the Monday night Showdown slate, and yeah, he was 9K, and now he's 6'2". So price dropped a lot on him. I don't think he puts up another dud. Good question, Pringle or Duvernay? I think Duvernay's a little bit safer based on snap counts, right? He's going to be out there probably more based on what we saw last game. We saw 57% for Duvernay and 10% for Pringle. So yeah, Duvernay would be the guy for me over Pringle. I do think there's a chance Pringle plays a little more in this game though. Captain Tyreek for Mahomes, Kelsey, Andrews, Buckner, Rashard, viable. Sure, yeah. Freeman or Pringle? I guess Pringle. Do you like Hill at captain, Andrews, Duvernay, Pringle, and both quarterbacks? Yeah, I think it's a solid build. I'm playing the 2-game slate. Who do you lock as quarterback? So that's the Detroit. Yeah, so I would definitely play quarterback in this game. I would probably go Lamar, but that's me. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. Appreciate you coming to check out the Sunday night live stream. I know it was a shorter one, only about 20 minutes, but still wanted to get one out there for you guys. Super excited for this game. I'm very excited to watch this entire game. I hope it's a good show on slate, too. So good luck. I hope the punt play that you guys go with gets a touchdown tonight. And I'll be back Monday, tomorrow, for the Packers-Lions show on slate. Video will be up later tonight as well. So I will see you guys all then.